Hello there. Hey, we're taking a little walk in nature today. And there's some things that I wanted to talk to you about where spirituality is concerned. Spirituality isn't relegated to things that you cannot see. Everything around you contains a vibration. Everything that is living around you contains a vibration. And really is the manifestation of things on the spiritual realm. And, the law of attraction is a very popular subject, but the law of attraction itself is really just a part of the puzzle. It's not the puzzle. And that's where people, I think, get very confused about things. There are different principles that rule the universe as we know it, as we understand it. And the law of attraction is a part of it, but it's not everything. There is things that transcend it, things that support it. And you've got to understand that there is a creative force behind everything. And when we connect with that creative power, that creative force, that will reveal to us the bigger picture behind this. A lot of people, they're trying to use the law of attraction to get this and that. What they don't understand is that there is a much bigger picture than just you getting what you want. And in nature, you see that. There's an ecosystem here. These things are living and growing together. And there is a pattern in this. And that is part of the unity of life. And really where the law of attraction is concerned, if you give yourself to be empowered to not only get things for yourself but to help others, that makes all the difference. The law of attraction isn't just about you getting your stuff, okay? It's about you being used as a conduit to help others. And as I walk through here, I'm picking up a really great vibration. And what I feel here really is a lot of freedom, a lot of peace, and a lot of love. And as you walk through a place like this, and you feel the life and the energy that's here, and you tap into the vibration that is emanating through these woods, you come to a deeper understanding about what we're all about here and why we're here in the first place. I would rather be here than in a mansion, because this is my mansion. This is, to me, this is where I feel connected, It's places like this that really feed my soul, okay? And, I would rather be here than locked up in somebody's palace. My focus is more on really absorbing the life energy that is in places like this, because it adds so much to your spirit. And being of the right spirit of things also helps you physically as well, and helps all your dealings, whether they be business or whatever. And you become connected to the spirit of truth, the spirit of light and enlightenment. It brings a lot of healing to you. And you begin to see the bigger picture behind all these things. There was a period in my life where I didn't like me very much. But it was more about just ignorance more than anything. Not understanding how things are interconnected. Not understanding how, we were put here to live and learn and grow. That is a log, and I believe there's some honeybees living in there, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, there is, as I found out, there's more to life than just getting yours. There's also the aspect of transferring that life-giving force to others, and sharing the wealth of whatever you've been gifted with others. We are all interconnected. Everything here has a vibration. Everything here has life. And when you put yourself in a place when you can really connect with nature, you can find yourself in the middle of some astounding insights and revelations into things, just when you get on the same wavelength as the life that's around you. It's kind of hard to put into words. It's more of an emotional thing, really. You can understand things with your heart that you really can't verbalize. That's where, a lot of times we want to understand and know everything by our intellect. But our intellect really isn't the base of all knowledge. Our hearts are. And sometimes it's hard to translate that to people. I've heard it taught that, prayer is not words. Prayer is a feeling. Prayer is the feeling that you generate within your heart. And Jesus is quoted as saying, whatever things you believe when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Prayer is more than words. Prayer is really a vibrational frequency. And if you're praying in faith, you are feeling as though the thing that you desire has already come to pass. And this really goes back to the insight that the universe, everything in it vibrates at a certain frequency. And when you tap into that frequency and you bring yourself into the proper vibrational alignment, that's when things begin to flow in your life. We talk about vibrating at higher frequencies, and I've heard that used, but that's really not accurate. It's not about vibrating at a higher frequency, it's about vibrating at the right frequency. High frequency vibrations can bring things very quickly, very fast, and sometimes violently. So if you really understand the spiritual concept, but you don't want to be, it's not so much being at a higher vibration, it's being at the proper vibration. And as you can see, this is a really magical place. Anyway, but everything in life is interconnected. And, when you walk through a place like this, you understand the interconnectivity of all things. Life gives the life. Things are born, they grow, they pass on, but, they pass on more life. Now that log is eventually going to become part of the ground, which is then going to feed another living thing. And I wish you could smell the fragrance of the air out here. This is like the most beautiful perfume ever. It's just an amazing place. And I just wanted to share this with you. When you get out into nature and really connect with the life that's here and the things that really you're essentially made of, is where you can really ground yourself and come to peace and really understand what this creation is all about. And you'll find that as you release love and gratitude to the world around you, love and gratitude comes back. You take the leaf on a tree or a plant and you say, I love you. It's amazing what comes back to you if you're open to it. I found myself doing this a couple weeks ago. I walked through here and just started saying I love you to everything. And by the time I left this place, you talk about a spiritual high. I mean, better than any drug ever manufactured. Just knowing that you're connected, knowing that you belong, and really getting the essence of what life is really all about. Men have lost that, in our struggles for power and getting things and acquiring things. We've really lost our connection to what we're really all about. And this even goes into our relationships with each other. People have a tendency to want to possess other people in relationships, and it's really not about possessing anything. It's about that mutual exchange of life energy. And that to me would be the way to frame the perfect relationship. This is a mutual exchange of life energy for the positive outcome of all. And really that's what we're here for. This is what connects us as human beings. Our planet is filled with variety in plant life and animal life and so forth, and the human world is filled with variety as far as cultures and belief systems and so forth. But we all spring from a common ground, common source, and without the sun, none of this would exist. So, the sun is the source of all life on this planet. And beyond that is the universe and source itself, which is the source of the life-giving energy that permeates everything. And when I come back here and I start feeling the vibrations of life here, it is very cleansing and healing and grounding for me. And like I said, I wish you could smell the fragrance in the air here. I feel really bad for people that are allergic to nature. And I'm hoping that, we can find cures for that. I'm, to some extent, I have a pollen allergy, but it's kind of freaky in a way. In some parts of the year it might hit me real hard, or I might go through an entire year where I hardly have any symptoms at all. It all kind of depends on what's in the air. But that probably goes back to some ancient thing in my DNA at some point. But nevertheless, I really encourage you to get out into nature. Slow down. Shut off your head. Put all the concerns of life and everything out of the way for a while, and really reconnect with nature. and the life that's exhibited here. And I just hope that the peace that I'm feeling now is somehow being transmitted to you through this video. I have, in my life held to different schools of thought regarding this planet and our role in it. I was raised in a fundamental Christian background. But the one thing I was never taught in that fundamental Christian background was the interconnectivity of all things. Mostly what I was taught was concentrating on light, dark, good and evil, that we're in the world but we're not of it. The problem with that is that it never changed my viewpoint as how I looked at the world before, because I still looked at the world as being full of stuff and things. And the world, here's a jogger, is more than stuff and things. And when you stop looking at the world as though it is just filled with stuff and things, and you understand that everything has a vibration, then you understand how important it is to align yourself to the right vibration and begin expressing gratitude for everything that is around you. To say that we are in the world but we are not of it really is not correct. The book of Genesis tells us that we are of this world, in the sense that we owe our life to it. So you might want to rethink that. We are of this world. Now, we don't have to cooperate with everything that we find men doing within it, but we certainly do need to cooperate with the life force of nature that fills this planet. We need to understand that this is our home, and we need to treat it with that respect and connect with it on that level. The Native Americans understood all this. We've lost it to some degree. But we are all interconnected. We all belong here. We are all from here. And I mean that in a sense that, I'm holding open the possibility that we were, in fact, of another race that visited this planet, and we were, in some instances, transplanted here. Yet again, even the universe, the basic elements that make up the entire universe, you'll find here. The basic elements that make up the entire universe, you will find in the human anatomy. So, whether we're talking about the universe or this planet, we're still all one. We all come from the same source. So, just wanted to share that with you. And I really hope you enjoyed our little walk in nature. This is Tim Miller signing off for now. Namaste.